from the stream. We can only see when it's coming.
That can be. Agriculture one we have completed. Yes. Okay. Go zero. Why CD?
It's like competition on it.
नहीं बोल ही और कर रहे हो zero. Yes, कौन? She is sitting online. Any other class also? She used to attend online. Every class. Okay, sign it and be fast. Okay. Today we will learn about the continuation of the previous lesson. What we have done in the previous lesson, agriculture one. Just right. What do you have? Six.
In the ancient times, when people used to travel from one place to another, when they used to eat something, they used to throw the seeds and eat the things. Then when they used to come back to the way they went at the place, they noticed that there were trees and plants having the same fruits. So they started to settle there and used to consume it. And then from that time, we have studied agriculture. And agriculture can be of two types, one for selling purpose and one for our own purpose. Selling purpose crops are also known as cash crops.
That is that agricultural practice is called commercial. But for the self needs, what type of agriculture it is called? Subsistence. Okay. If they are growing the crops for their own needs, it is called a subsistence. Then we have also learned about something else, some other patterns. Which are they? Agricultural patterns, no? Which are they? Subsistence and commercial, just now you have to. Then intensive and extensive. Then we have also learned about plantation agriculture and mixed agriculture. What is mixed farming? Mixed farming.
Mixed farming. When more than one crop is grown in one land.
Then that is also there. Along with that, something is there.
Animals and cattle.
Cattle rearing along with agriculture. That is what a mixed farming. Okay. Once you just check it out. What is mixed farming?
Like we also studied the revolution and whatever. The definitely revolution.
Green Revolution. All those things you remember now. Nicely you have learned. Let us see today about that agriculture, that different types of food crops, different seasons of agriculture, different cropping seasons, and each crop what are the climatic conditions required. Let's learn together. So, like that class, if you are learning simultaneously, that will be covered. Okay. So we have learned that agriculture is very important, or it is the mainstay of Indian economy. So this agriculture also require that different conditions, that is climatic conditions, different favorable conditions. What are the favorable conditions? Favorable soil is there. Different types of soil is found in the country. Different climatic conditions, availability of water. All these conditions favored different crops to grow. So accordingly, Indian agricultural seasons are divided into three. Which are they?
Kharif, Rabi, and Zaid.
Okay, very good. Kharif and this can be this way also spelling is. Okay. In your textbook, first one is
ZAYAB.
YAB. Okay. But some other books, NCRT books, this one is there. Whatever is NCRT books, this spelling is there. Whatever is there, what is given in your book, you just that is why both the spellings are happening. Okay. Now, what is the climatic condition or that is cropping season of Kharif? See, Kharif season start with the onset of monsoon. With the beginning of monsoon, this Kharif season begins. That means it start with June, July, and harvesting is done September, October. Means if June that sowing is done, harvesting will be in September. If July it is the October, the harvesting. Means it is the monsoon crop. We call it a monsoon crop. Mostly these Kharif crops are grown in South India. Because purely we depend upon the monsoon. So that is why June, July, that sowing and September, October harvesting is done. Understood? Which the cropping season is that Kharif. That is why in the order we will study. First one is with the onset of monsoon. That is when the monsoon arrives. That time this agricultural season start. Now another thing is that which are the main crops throughout? Can anyone tell? First thing, if any time you just try to recollect, rice is a kharif crop. In order to avoid any confusion, rice is included as a kharif crop. Then which are the other crops?
Cotton.
Cotton. Cotton. Jowar, no? Then
Sugarcane.
Sugarcane when we are taking, it require 1 full year. It is not getting harvested in 4 months. That is almost 1 year is the growing season. Okay, but as water is required, it is started with the that monsoon. Clear? Kharif cropping season is clear to you? Just note down so that it will be easy. After completing, we will the other day what we have done the same day.
Why did you use sugarcane?
Sugarcane I told you, the whole year is required. No. So that is not very much connected with the curry. Because we use certain online or not. Or sometimes online में कोई तो था.
कहाँ आ जाए बोली रात में
Completed? Now we have seen Kharif is starting with the onset of monsoon. See, for example, when summer is ending, there will be pre-monsoon showers. That time the land will be tilled, and as and how the rain start, the sowing of this crop will take place. So that is why it is a monsoon crop. That is, cropping season is monsoon. Then we have seen it is taking place in June, July, and harvesting is done in September, October. Then after that, when that winter started, November, October, November, you have learned about the climate, no?
Yes.
So winter season begin with the September or September, November. Which are the climatic seasons? Tell me.
Summer.
Seasons.
Season.
Ah.
normal or what we thought?
Hot and
You have learned hot and
hot and humid.
uh, summer.
Hot and humid summer,
Mm.
cool and dry winter,
Mm.
advancing monsoon and retreating summer snow.
Okay. These are the four seasons and the month also you should remember. Which that is first that is summer.
Hot and humid was March to May.
Mm.
Then advancing monsoon was June to September.
Yes.
Retreating, no, winter was
Retreating calendar.
retreating.
November, December.
No, I'll check.
No. Winter. So now there is climate. Six or seven.
Four in now. Hot and dry is March
March to
till
May.
June. And southwest monsoon season is from June to September.
June, March to May, no? June is not there.
Okay, March to May.
Ah,
Retreating monsoon is from October to November.
this is what I told.
And
Northeast monsoon is from
This is
December to February.
Same thing. Okay, so the same condition, that is October, November, that time the sowing of the seeds of rabi crop start. October, November, and the harvesting is done in the month of March, April. So if it is done in October, March harvesting will be done. If it is in November, April. So this is what the rabi cropping season, or otherwise we call it a winter. And what is the condition required? Cool and dry conditions are required. When we study about that crops, it did not require that water for its growth. That means growing time, standing water is not required. That is why cool, dry condition. Only during the ripening time, it requires some showers. So that is coming with the help of that western disturbance. You have studied about the western disturbance time, that is, it is getting some showers in the northwestern part of India that help in the growth of wheat crop, rabi crop. So, which are the crops grown? Wheat, barley, pulses, and oilseeds are the rabi crops. Now, you see that which all seasons, that is June to October. June to October is Kharif. Now, October to April. Now, there is a season in between, a very short season in between. That is what a summer crop. You know that watermelons, that is some cucumbers and all. They are growing in the summer season. We know that when it is very hot, we are just longing to get this watermelons and all. So that is happening in the summer season. So Syed crop season is summer crop. So which months are that Syed? April, May and June. This is what a summer crop. Again, what all things are there? Vegetables, fruits. It include mainly watermelon and this one mutton used to be grown during that time. What is it? Pea. Okay. You got all the three seasons clear, which are the crops grown during that season also. So here I have told the main crop of the Kharif is rice. Main crop of that Rabi is wheat. So if you are writing something little twisted also, your answer will go wrong. Rabi crop is, which one is Rabi crop? Wheat. Wheat is Rabi crop. Which one is Kharif? Rice. I am telling the most important, that one, that is staple crops. Other crops are not staple crops. That is why rice and wheat I have taken as staple crops, and which cropping season it is growing. Clear?
Yes.
Shall we move further?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have to study one by one about these crops. We have started with the Kharif cropping season, and the first and most important crop of that Kharif is rice.
Yes.
So what is that? It is the staple crop of our country. What is staple? Mean food crop of the country. And India is the second largest producer. First is China, and the second largest producer is India. Now, next important condition is climatic condition. Let's see that climatic condition. You have to tell.
Temperature and rainfall.
Temperature. How much temperature is it?
24
24
degrees Celsius.
Hmm.
And rainfall 150 centimeters.
So 24 only. That is, there is a growing season temperature is required, and a ripening time.
Ripening is 18 to 32.
Ripening 18 to 32.
And while fertilization ranges from 16 to 20.
16 to 20. Okay, you just have to remember 16 to 20 during that is sowing time and growing season. Now, after that, when it is maturing, what type of temperature is that? 18 to 32. So, it requires warm, moist climate. Got it?
Okay.
Now, rainfall how much?
150 to 300 centimeters.
150 to 300 centimeters. Now, temperature 16 to 20 and ripening time 18 to 32. Warm, moist climate is required, and rainfall 150 to 300 centimeters. Now, what type of soil is required? Soil, you tell.
Steep and fertile clay or loamy soil.
That is clay, clayey. Then
Loamy.
loamy,
Yes.
No, this is
alluvial,
Yes.
Okay. What is this clayey soil?
Wet.
Clay type. You know that the sticky type. In South India, mostly clayey soil is there. Maharashtra, Gujarat, then Karnataka, then Madhya Pradesh, all those parts, central part and all, this clay soil is sticky nature. It is formed out of that igneous rock. Earlier, that volcanic activity is there, and as a result of that, the soil formed is clay, black color soil. And the loamy soil is the soil which is having subsoil moisture. Topsoil may be little dry, but the subsoil moisture is there. Such kind of soil is loamy soil. Then alluvial, we know that on the banks of river and all, that kind of, as a result of the deposition by rivers, the alluvial soils. These are the types of soil required. Got it?
Yes.
Now we are moving to types of cultivation of rice. It's very interesting. That is, there are different methods. The first method is broadcasting. Am I correct? Broadcasting is the.
Yes.
What is broadcasting? The seeds are sown like that only, throwing, broadcasted. Now we will see that video later on after completing something, this rice part. So broadcasting means the farmer used to throw the seeds like that after clearing and tilling that land. So this method is called a broadcasting method. Understood? The seeds are scattered all over the field after plowing. So, what is the advantage of that? It is a labor-saving method. When the person is just throwing, one person only required. So, it will reach to that much area. So, the person used to move around and not much labor is required. So, that is what it is a labor-saving method. And what is that way of cultivation? The land is tilled immediately after the pre-monsoon showers and before the actual monsoon they used to do it. When monsoon comes, you have learned about the climate. When monsoon comes, it arrives with a burst. Means so very heavy downpours used to be there. And for a few days it will continue and afterwards it will vanish. So that time they cannot do this activity. So before the actual monsoon, this broadcasting is to be done. Understood? If it is done during the monsoon, what happens? The plant will, that is when it is coming, it will be eroded and carried away. So it cannot stay in that field. So that is why it's done before the actual monsoon. Okay. Now, this method is done, underline or mark it. Second method is drilling. Drilling method is a kind of bamboo stick or something. They are dropping the seeds in straight intervals. Understood? What happened? They used to put the seeds in that bamboo sticks, a shaft like it, and putting it in equal distances, equal intervals. Instead of throwing it, they are putting in different, that equal distance they are placing it. It is good because as many required, that much only going to that. Broadcasting time, what happens? Sometimes 4 or 5 seeds will be fallen in one place. So that can be saved when this shaft is used. That is what a drilling method. Got it? What is the drilling method? The seeds are dropped in a straight line at regular intervals through a bamboo shaft attached to the plow, which makes the furrows. Furrows means the holes are formed, which is attached to that. What is that? Plow. Yeah. Now the main advantage of this method is that the seeds fall in the furrows in a systematic way. I told you no wastage is taking place. Bamboo shaft is attached, because of that one will be falling into the furrows. The germination rate of the seeds is high and the wastage of seeds is minimal. And less time consuming. So No wastage. Are you getting?
Yes.
Yes. So, what is the method? Drilling method. You understood what is drilling method? What is drilling method? Just try. A bamboo shaft is attached to that plow and furrows are created.
Equal distance.
Regular intervals. This seeds are sown.
Yes.
Next method is dippling method. What is dippling method? It is dropping of seeds at regular intervals in furrows made by plow with the help of a tool called a dipper. See, earlier also the same way, bamboo shaft is attached to the plow and at regular intervals the seeds are dropped on the furrows. But here one device is used that is called a dibbler. Dibbler is also attached to what? Plow. Earlier bamboo stick, here dibbler. Dibbler is attached to that. Oh, with what? Plow.
Yes.
Are you getting?
I mean, our book it is written deeper.
Okay. Dibber. Okay, correct. Instead of that, I just dibbling means yellow, so I added. Okay. Dibber, you understood?
Yes.
Next method is transplanting. That is the common method used. What is transplanting? The seeds are reared in a nursery and transplanted. See, in a nursery, it is planted. Means seeds are sown or like that. From the nursery, after 2 weeks, it is plucked and planted in the field which is ready.
Yes.
That is called transplanting. Transplanting by manual labor. Lot of women folk is required to do that transplant. So it is a labor intensive work. In these 2 cases, less labor only required. But the transplanting case, more labor is required. Are you getting what is transplanting?
Yes.
Dibbling you did not understand. Dibber करके एक machine device है. This dibber is attached to the plow. Plow use bullock is used and plow is. So it is not that normal plow. It is a kind that is single plow only required, and the device is attached behind. And when the plow is moving, the furrows are made with the help of dipper, and each place that the seeds are dropped.
Seeds are dropped
Rice seed, paddy seed.
by dibber or by
Dipper. This dipper is attached with that plow. Okay. In the earlier case, bamboo sticks. In that bamboo stick also same thing is there. Only difference is that in the dibbling, dipper is attached. The second case, drilling, bamboo stick is attached. Clear? But this one is transplanting is that this seeds are grown in nurseries and then transplanted. Got it? Next method is Japanese method. That is also a transplanting method. But in that Japanese method, what is the peculiarity? instead of big nursery, it will be planted in that what is that different boxes like and tray like. Understood? And sheds are made, and layer by layer it is planted. And that one, with the help of the machine, it is brought to the field and transplanted. Earlier, we have seen here the nursery is prepared and this that paddy is planted there. From the nursery, it is plucked manually and brought to that field. But in Japanese technique, what is happening here? Trays are made like that, layer. Trays are made, and that tray, what is that nursery type, and with the help of machine, it is brought and transplanted. So it is a new technique. Less manual labor is required, and it will help in the growth in a proper way. When transplanting manually is done, again each plant to be planted. But in this case, with the help of machines, only one plant will be planted. Yes?
Yes.
The sowing of seed is raised nursery buds. I have told you. Transplantation of the seedlings in equal distant rows. It is easy for applying fertilizers. Irrigation is also done regularly during the period of growth. Heavy manuring done both in the nursery and the field.
Yes.
There are two types of rice. Upland type. Upland means hilly area, that is lower hills, low hills. It is a type of dry paddy. It did not require that much water like that of other field.
Yes.
That is what upland. Okay, it is grown in the terrace field. Then lowland type is flat, low-lying areas. Next, after that, all this sowing is over, that growing is over, then the next stage is harvesting. So there are different methods of harvesting. Manual harvesting is there with the help of sickle. The manual laborers, that is women folk, they used to cut that plant. Then they bundle it. So that is one process. If it is in large scale, what is happening with the help of harvester, that is a machine used for harvesting that. That is another way of harvesting. So one way is cutting, bundling, and then keeping it aside. The other process is with the help of harvester, it is harvested, cut. And this harvester is very useful. That is, in that machine itself, that other processes also can be done. What is that? A threshing process. Because the plant is being cut, so the seed have to be separated. So that is called a threshing process. So in the harvester, it is very fast. The work can be done. But human beings, when they are harvesting, what happens? Either beating up or with the feet they used to thresh it. Understood? That is very much common practice. That is, they beat on it. That means beat that one on a hard surface so that the grains will be separated. That is threshing process. Next process is that winnowing. Winnowing is that chaff has to be separated. Chaff means in the what is that seed, if there is no grain, that is very nice, that one has to be separated and burned. So that is what winnowing. Winnowing can be done with the help of wind. So some people used to put that drain that seed downward, and a fan used to be placed with the wind. This wood grains will be fallen down, and the chaffs will be separated. That is the next process. After winnowing, milling process. It is taken to the mills for separating that outer shell. That is called a husk. That is the last process. But there are two types. One is that milling, if it is directly going, that it is not boiled. In many of the South Indian states, boiled rice used to be there. For that, along with the husk, this grain is boiled, dried, and the husk will be separated. So, a brown color rice will be getting. Otherwise, white rice will be directly if it is going to the mill. Did you get the processes? Take a small video so that we will see
Yes.
that process. Only rice we will complete. Distribution, which all are the states also you just mark. West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Bihar, Assam and Odisha.
Assam and Odisha.
Not the. It is
Only West Bengal, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Punjab and Tamil Nadu.
BI is also not there.
okay. But
इसमें लिखा है डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के पैरामीटर्स अरे टाइप्स ऑफ ये करना मेथड्स उनके सोइंग ऑफ सीड्स
नीचे देख आ गया
क्या आया था?
मेथड
no, class 6 no. Rice growing methods.
Oh,
Yes,
rice.
आलू तो देगा
methods of rice cultivation. Let me see. So understood that rice cultivation. Now let us move to wheat. Wheat is the second most important staple crop. So first important staple crop is rice. Second important staple crop is wheat. Now this, when you observe, you can find that majority of the North Indians, their food is mainly consists of wheat.
Yes.
So that is why it is very important crop. Again, in the production, India stand second in the production of production of wheat after China. Now, what are the climatic conditions? You just tell me what is the climate required. See, earlier, warm and moist we have seen. So, what type of climate is that?
Warm and dry.
Cool and dry, no?
Cool, moist climate and ripens in warm, dry.
So, the mainly
Cool, moist.
Cool, moist, and dry. Because it did not require standing water. So this is the main climatic conditions required. Now temperature, how much?
Temperature is between 10 to 15 degrees when sowing. And while harvesting it's 20 to 25 degrees.
20 to
25.
Okay, this is the temperature condition required. Rainfall.
About 80 centimeter.
80.
80.
That 50 to 100 is the range. 80 is sufficient enough to grow. Then what is the type of soil?
Moist.
Moist, well drained, no? Well drained.
Alluvial soil.
You just write this one or underline that one. What is the climatic condition? So everything can be learned simultaneously. Well drained, alluvial, even clayey, loamy, or black soil. This is the type of soil required. Okay, so we have seen cool, moist, and dry climate. Temperature in the sowing season 10 degree to 15 degrees Celsius, and harvesting time 20 to 25 degrees Celsius. Rainfall, that is 50 to 100 can be there, and this much is sufficient for its growth. When you study about this wheat, it is growing in the winter season. But when it is ripening, it requires either irrigation or that rainfall. So western disturbance when it comes, at the right time the western disturbance. So few days light showers are there. It is not giving thunder, rainfall or like that. Light showers for few days. So that is very good for that wheat. So naturally it gives rainfall and or it get water and ripening will take place. So that is why western disturbance, even though it disturbs the natural condition of the country, it is good for rapid growth. You studied now western disturbance. What is western disturbance? No? That chapter is over now, climate. So what is that? Just for your understanding, I am just giving you. From Mediterranean Sea, the cyclonic wind originate and travel all the way down to the northwestern part. So on its way, it carry moisture from Caspian Sea and all. And when it reaches to northwestern part, it shuts that Karakoram and it give rainfall in that part. And it is giving snowfall in the Kashmir and all. The Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh, it is giving light showers. So this kind of rainfall which occur in the winter season by disturbing the natural condition, it is called a western disturbance, only in the western side. So when it is asked what is western disturbance, which are the regions giving western disturbance, please don't write, even though that Tamil Nadu is getting rainfall during that time, it is not through western disturbance. Understood?
Yes.
So some of the students are writing that answer. If the test time and I am checking and find this mistake, that is why I am clarifying. Okay? So western part of India, climate is disturbed. That is why it is called a western disturbance. It is giving rainfall in Punjab, Haryana, western Uttar Pradesh. Even Jammu and Kashmir and all that part also it is getting. Other parts are not getting rainfall through western disturbance. Is it clear? So this crop, rabi crop, it is good. The right time when it require rainfall or water, this is it. Got it? Now, methods of cultivation. Wheat is sown in October, November after the monsoon rains when temperatures are low. The soil is moist and easily plowed and fertilized. The grain appears at the, so it is that a sowing method only. Sowing either done by human labor or nowadays so many mechanical devices are there for doing this because in the Punjab and Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh and all, there are extensive farms, large farms. So these all are done with the help of machines. We know that agricultural activity has to be taken place together. It cannot be delayed. See, one farm today done, another farm tomorrow done means harvesting time it will give rise to lot of problem. That is one day growth is also important for them. So sowing time also they use certain machines and sow the seeds and the grains start appearing by the end of January and harvesting is start before the severe summer, that is March month. So before that it is harvested. Plenty of sunshine is beneficial to the ripening and early harvest. Again, the harvesting process. We have seen some pictures how that rice is harvested with the help of harvester. So wheat is also harvested in the same way with the help of harvester. So then threshing is also done within that harvesting machine and the grain is separated and then some places that the threshing work is done under the feet of bullocks. Threshing is done under the feet of bullocks. So it is not trampled by humans, that is bullocks. It is given threshing. The traditional method of threshing The crop is trampled under the bullock's feet. Is used to separate the grain from the husk. This is a different method because I was having a doubt about if this one is done for mustard or not. But yesterday I clarified it that wheat only trampled under the feet of bullocks for separating the grapes. Now, nowadays threshers are used. Which all are the areas where this wheat is growing? Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Madhya Pradesh. That is north and northwestern states. Clear? So the South India, only in Maharashtra, some areas wheat is grown. Other areas wheat is not. South India is mainly having rice production. Okay. Now, North India also rice is produced because lot of irrigation facilities are there. And secondly, basmati variety of rice is produced in Punjab, Haryana, etc. Because when we think about the climate and that other conditions, South India is suited to the cultivation of because it is a kharif crop. Still, in North India, also rice is grown. Wheat is mainly grown in North. I don't think so. You want to see that wheat. Rice you have seen, no? How it is growing, how it is.
What is the wheat also?
Wheat also. Time pass.
Not
Time pass.
No. Okay. No problem.
It was a nice video.
It was rice video. Now wheat video you want to see. Okay. No problem. No.
okay.
I think it's only pictures are there in that.
Today you can rest in our next lecture.
You can tell us to see videos and you can check. It will happen.
We will do the chapter by
Ah.
ourselves.
Then we'll do the question.